Welcome into Major League Fishing's Bass Pro Tour. The long-awaited season debut for 2025, and we're deep in the heart of Texas. Conroe, to be exact, just 1 hour north of Texas, where the second ever Bass Pro Tour event was held back in 2019. Can this be year number 7 on the Bass Pro Tour? It is. And the trailering policy is in effect.
All right, guys. Good morning, everyone. We are in a trailering policy on this lake, so we're going to go ahead and that's the one, obviously, the cool thing. So let's get a lot of wind today. This is actually the whole event we're going to be trailering. The rest of the events, for the most part, there's no trailering other than weather conditions changing, but that's obviously nice for our officials and our cameraman, Phil.
Yeah.
They appreciate that. They don't like running through 5-footers any more than I do. And that icon can take it, but we don't need to do nothing crazy. So we'll be taking our time a little bit. We're sort of towards the end of guys taking off, so we might get slim pickings on choice of areas to choose from, or there'll be maybe several boats in the area. So we'll just sort of play it by ear. Tomorrow we get the first pick, so it'll just sort of depend on how that one plays out. But you know, this weather's beautiful. It's not beautiful for fishing. It's great fishing weather. 68 degrees outside right now, and these fish should be biting today. So, and I got a couple. I do have a top water tied on. Ooh, I did not bring that buzz. Ooh, I need to tie a buzz bait on. Gosh, I do need to bring that out. Don't let me forget. Welcome to 2025 season, guys.
This is like old school.
This is
You're waiting in line.
You're waiting in line. It makes me feel like an old school dirt. You're waiting in line to drop your boat in. We're just hanging out.
Yeah.
They're all staying inside. They don't want to.
They don't know though. I ain't scoping early. They're gonna pull that sucker real quick.
Yeah, I know. You're not scoping early?
No. You?
No, I don't think so.
I can't.
I know.
And like if you're gonna get bit doing this,
it's gonna be right now.
It's gonna be right now.
It's gonna be unbelievable.
Before.
Right now.
If you get it in front of one, he's gonna bite.
Oh, 100%. It's like the perfect
I'm
condition.
kind of excited
to go fishing.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea. So we're getting our odds out, trying to determine how we want to go. A lot of boats down this line. It's a half-mile long stretch of boats. So lots of people sort of launching up on this north end of the lake, getting these rods sort of together. It feels calm right now. Sort of like my gut feeling tells me to wait. I'm going to prepare to go for the use of my forward period. But there's an outside chance that I'll just say nope and roll with it. So I'll have all these rods on the deck, and there might be a good chance that I put them all away and pick up a chatterbait and just go. So that's sort of my plan right now. Hoping that it plays out right.
Jacob Wheeler, if not for Matt Becker's run in 2023, we'd be talking about this guy winning 4 consecutive Angler of the Year titles. He is always a threat, 8 times a winner in his Bass Pro Tour. Where we ended 2024 with 3-time Angler of the Year Jacob Wheeler and a B&W Trailer Hitches lines in at Lake Conroe.
All right, guys. Good morning.
Starting the morning off, they're forward facing sonar up here. We got to make hay right now while the sun's not shining. So a few boats are around. There's probably like 20 different boats in this creek right now. I'm trying to make the right cast. Come on. They're all over right here, but you just gotta, I got away from a couple boats. There's Marty's right here. Several boats are around us, but just trying to make the right cast, to be honest with you. They're moving pretty fast this morning, so there's a lot of stripers out here as well. So you got to sort of play both sides of it a little bit, and you're just looking for characteristics that these fish are. Ooh, that might be bad, largemouth. Ooh, he said no thank you. Striper. Striper for sure. Gosh dang it. Gosh doggy. There's one. Right there, you're fine. Not a big one, but scoreable. First scoreable of the year. All right. Little fish, 2 pounds, 10 ounces.
2 pounds, 10 ounces.
There you go. First fish of the year. It's also first fish of the season. We caught us one. We captured us one of those bass. Feels good. Nope. Well. Nah, it's striper. Oh, that's dang big largemouth. Dang, that's gotta be a dang striper. I'm wrong. I am wrong. Come here. Yes, sir. Boom, baby. First one of the day. First big one of the day. Hey, that's a striper. No, it's not. He was moving fast like a dang big old stripe. It was not a striper. That is a dang biggin. Yeah, put him back a little bit. Perfect.
4 pounds, 14.
Almost a 5 pounder to start off the season. Yes, that is what we're talking about right there. There's more to be had where that one's come from. We got to keep moving. We can slow down and talk a little bit more about it later on, but right now we got to keep it going. I have different heads and weights on each jig head right now. I'm throwing a freeloader right now, so I just picked up a 1/4 ounce to see if I can't catch that one that's a little bit deeper. I don't think he's gonna score. But we'll try. Sorry. I know it's big. I know it's fast and furious. It's gonna be a little crazy right now, but dang, it's one now.
1 pound, 6 ounces.
Not scoring. Thankful I caught that good one. I'm like, geez, he did not bite it like a bass. All right, what's that score tracker looking like? What's DC have? What's Marty have? What's Brenawer have? Come on, striper. I knew you were dang stripe. I knew you were a stripe. I tried to let you go, but all right, let's roll. I don't like it. I'm not sitting and dying. There we go.
0 ounces.
I wasn't saying man to you, I was saying, man, them suckers are being hard to catch is all I was saying. You were doing fine. You gotta dang make hay. One period is not a whole lot of time, so you gotta really catch them quick.
Pound, 10 ounces.
You gotta get after them. Ain't gonna play around. God. There he is.
2 pounds, 2 ounces.
Yes, sir. All right. They're not the biggest one, but we got guys for you. There he is. I mean, they're everywhere right here. There's white bass, there's all this stuff going on at one time. It's like, oh gosh, dang, there's like things swimming fast, there's catfish.
1 pound, 14 ounces.
There's, you're just trying to make the best cast you know how, and then you're trying to decipher which ones are bass, which ones are not, because you know, like, the wind's gonna kick up. I can pitch that right on his head. Gosh, he's on the other side. You done doink this sucker. Come here. Little freeloader in that mouth. Little mouthful. Alright. Just keep expanding is what we gotta do.
3 pounds, 8 ounces.
There you go, that's a good one. That's a good one right there. Okay, so like what we got is water temperature is warmed up considerably, so the fish are wanting to be in there's boats around, so we'll just not go too crazy with too many details, but water temperature is 53. Sorry, y'all, I'm just sitting here. It's like so hard when you're just literally looking at dots everywhere. You're like, oh my gosh, there's one here, there's one there. There's one everywhere. So basically these fish are set up in the bait, but the water temperature has increased, so a lot of these fish are set up higher than they were in practice. Oh gosh. Little bit of a, I'm sorry y'all, I promise you I'll give you more information as I go on. I'm just trying to really focus. It's like
2 pounds, 15 ounces.
215 is not a bad one. There's multiple boats around, so you really have to just catch them as fast as you can. Suckers. Let me know where we're at now too. Feels like a big large now. Yeah, that's a good one. Yes, sir. For sure. We can catch them like that, like high 2s from 3 pounders. We can make it up. I feel
2 pounds, 12 ounces.
yes. We got obviously a lot of guys running around the same area. Just got to outfish them. It's really just all you got to do today. Like it's all about efficiency. That's why I'm really focusing, because it's like, again, 1 or 2 bad casts and you're just not going to be able to keep up. I'm seeing bass. I'm starting to understand how they're setting up. There's a lot of other trash fish in this area, so it's sort of like it makes it harder to pinpoint them. Yeah, he bit it. That one bit it. it's harder to pinpoint them right there. But that one was not very hard to pinpoint. But it's all about that perfect cast. It's like the perfect side of like catching them and like keeping it like above them and strike zone.
2 pounds, 8 ounces.
2.5 pounder. Obviously, there's 4 or 5 boats around me, all around me right now, and it's just like, so you're just trying to not miss something, you know? Big. Come here. Freeloader bass. Got that one.
3 pounds, 4 ounces.
Yes, sir. All right, that's a nice fish. We got a little bit of time left. Well, just step on everything right now. Yes, sir.
2 pounds, 3 ounces.
All right, now you got a chance to win the round, so.
One lines out.
All right, so that was. That is what you call zipping them. I was super focused, so I apologize. But now I get the next couple periods to sort of talk through some of the things that I caught fish on, and talk about some of the things of actually bass fishing, just going to the bank and having fun with a little bit less stress on me overall. You know, obviously this is actually one of my new rods. Is a 610 medium light. Has a lot faster tip. They just came out of the 2.0s, and of course they're on the freeloader. So freeloader is a little bit bigger profile. The water clarity is about 1 foot of visibility. So when I get down the lower end, a lot of times I'm throwing the mooch minnow, and then I'm like on a little bit dirtier water. I need a little bit more profile so the fish can see that their strike zone is pretty small, and so now I'm able to have a little fun and a little bit less stress than that first period. Because I know, like, look, obviously there's boats around. You don't want to miss an opportunity. There's several guys fishing around, and so I knew how important that period was going to be, and we made hay. So more than happy with my period. Now I didn't anticipate that at all, but hey, we're here. So now we get to have a little fun. So I'm excited about it, and hopefully catch a few big bass. All right, everybody, we're back at it. Everybody's about to take off, run around a little bit, but you know, when I was in my shop earlier this year, I was looking through stuff. My Uncle Maury was a big part of my life and sort of got me, he passed away about 3 years ago, and this is his rod right here. And so he obviously, he worked construction. He never made it as a professional angler. I think he wanted to at some point in time. But this one right here is, I wanted to make a few casts for him, you know, and it's something that, I mean, this hadn't made a cast since. It was in his boat, in Sunshine, and now they gave it to me. And it's just something that, like, it's just something that obviously, something that makes, means so much to you. You want to sort of do something to pay homage to them. And so I wanted to make a few casts today with him. I know he's up there, everybody's running around, but man, it's just, to me, this is a way of showing a thanks to him. You know, he's watching down, and just to give him that's the first cast Minn made since he passed away. So thanks. Well, I had to get it back together a little bit. Sorry, y'all. So he passed away from cancer, and him and my dad both were a huge impact in getting me bass fishing. I apologize. I wanted to bring y'all in that because I just feel like that's a really important thing that a lot of people have loved ones that are battling cancer, have ones that have lost, and so to me that's just sort of a way to give him his credit, you know. Christmas. Thank you, Maury. Let's go bass fishing. What are we thinking? We need like a couple 5-pounders? Keep looking down like, oh, where am I at? So I keep looking down and I'm like, where am I at? Okay. And I'm like, oh, I'm just the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. Yeah, I'm in the map. Let's ride. I said, damn. There you go. Well, heck fire. Take that one off what I did. Gosh dang, I cleared it. That's swimming.
2 pounds, 2 ounces.
So I never got the swim jig bite.
Maybe if I keep that up,
Okay guys, so we slid up shallow. There's a little rain cloud, so I popped that chesty off and just figured I would wait. Come back out when you guys are a little bit nicer out. Water has warmed up considerably from practice. If you guys have seen the practice video, or the water went from 53 in the back of these places to 60, 57 to 60 degrees. So I just caught one on the outside of this little spriggly grass in the canal. Did not get a bite earlier, actually. So we're gonna keep winding a chatterbait down through here, see if we can't saw a 6-pounder actually floating out off the where I caught one. I think he was sick, but there's definitely some bass in this area, so it's definitely more stained water that I could find, which I really wanted that. A lot of times this time of year, you're gonna have these fish that slide up and the stained water warms up faster, and it also gets them up there. So like in this scenario, like even stained water that's a little cooler could be better because they sort of like, they want to be around something, a dot pole, a little bit of grass, something like that. So to me, it's a great opportunity to pick up a vibrating jig, pick up a square bill or a flat side on the outside edge of some stuff and wind around. Now, obviously not hitting on a lot in practice, there's not a single boat in here, but if you can get things to develop, that's when you really can make a big push. So isn't that a little early for them? You got the good mojo. You got the good mojo today. I just feel it. There's gonna be some guys that really make a big move that final period. It'll be interesting to see how they play it with no scope. AJ will do it. I figured the second period would be the slowest because most people won't pick that as their scope period. Had 2 bites in the back of a little canal. Now we're just sort of going down through here. I really think they're on them lead-in banks. I just feel like I've been fishing a little ahead of them anyway. Whenever they decide to show up, it's crazy. You could be in this pocket and never get a bite, or this creek arm not get a bite, and the next creek arm over, it's every, you know, corner of a seawall, and that's what you got to find. Now, making that happen, and finding that magical area, or a couple of them, or pattern. That's another thing, is like a lot of times there'll be a pattern that'll really play big time. You know, I figured the majority of the guys would utilize, you know, like their active target period probably during the time when that first or that second, because the fish act a little bit better that time. So I figured this was gonna be the slowest period for most people. But that first period, it was a really good fishing period too. All right, this is not hitting on much. Let's roll. Sheesh. Oh, you're good. All right. Well, we got some work to do this next period. I did not figure nothing out. That's the facts. Phil, we got to keep that positive energy up. I know you got it. All right. Well, I'm gonna go try to reel a couple more bass in. All right, Hudson. I love you. All right, see you, buddy.
All right, we'll talk to you later, honey.
Love you, babe. Bye. Back to the pain cave, baby. Back. Welcome to the pain cave. All right. I got confidence in you. Got confidence in you guys supporting. Let's make this thing happen. All right, let's roll. Let's ride, boys. So right now this is the thing. I know I can run down the bank and catch some bass here and there. But the thing is this offshore grass, I've had bites here and there around it. And you just sort of like, I'm trying to make sure that there's not like a group coming, right? So a lot of this stuff's in the back third of the creeks, and there was too many boats in one creek that the majority of the grass is, so I opted to stay away from that right now today, and try to find them on some other stuff. So right now we're throwing a chatterbait and fishing just a little grass edge, looking for a little pot. I mean, it's just perfect. I caught one and had one bite. I caught one here and I lost one, or had one ticket in practice. And you know, conditions weren't perfect. Water temperatures climbed about 3 more degrees. So like a lot of these places didn't have a lot of life. You know, you didn't have a lot of bait, didn't have a lot of activity. This doesn't look great for activity, but I feel like, you know, it's something you got to check. I mean, I'm not saying that it's something that you can go back. If you caught them on this kind of stuff, you can come back and fish it and it should replenish. And so just going down the bank's not really gonna do that. I had some zones down the pond that I feel pretty good about getting some bites on, but little stretches here and there, and if you catch them and burn them, it's not really gonna help you. So I utilized a little bit more time practicing today to try to find that one place or a couple places that I felt like maybe that I could catch, you know, multiple fish. Yes, sir.
3 pounds, 3 ounces.
Pretty good one right there. All right. All right, let's roll. I don't think it's the deal. I think you gotta sort of stay up there in that dang grass. I'll fish all grass tomorrow. 77 pounds. Okay, so we have just sort of been, now I decided to pick up a lipless and fish around some grass. I ran down the lake and I mean, just every back of a creek is just absolutely loaded with boats. And it's just like, man, I mean, ran back up the lake a little bit in some grass. So I figured I would sort of get away and try to fish around. It's just not been easy to generate a bite. I feel like you just stay around the grass all day, you're gonna have a good chance to generate some bites. I ran away from it today. I mean, I got some other stuff that sort of I didn't hit today that I'm looking forward to fishing throughout the week, but all right. All right, well, that was a fun day. Caught several fish, but need to work on the group side of things. Got some work to do tomorrow, so go out there and retie and back to the house, grab a bite to eat, and shower and get ready to do it all over again tomorrow. All right, guys, ended up in 6th place. Not a bad day, better than I sort of anticipated. At least the scoping aspect, the fishing side, I expected a little bit better. Just being able to fish around. I'm gonna have to lock in on the grass day 2, so we've got some work to do. We'll run back in, retie, and get back after it. Oh, well, we got off the water. We're dang getting bibs off. Sun's coming out. It's a new day. It's a new year. Caught them good that first period, but we really did not catch them later in the day. We ran around, eliminated some stuff, which was key. Sort of if we can catch a decent bag tomorrow, then I can run around and actually maybe go find a few places in the last 2 periods. So, got to find some fish, just a lot of boats in all the backs of the creeks, and so it makes it a little more difficult to, they're just not everywhere. They're not. So we'll figure it out here sooner rather than later.
Thank you. I fish so hard.
God. I did and I didn't. I did and I didn't. I tried to like eliminate stuff. Is what I try to do.
That's exactly what I did.
I went to running around and I went to eliminate stuff. But good job.
Thank you.
You caught a 5 what?
5'8".
5'8". How'd you catch him?
Maverick.
No.
Got him on Mav. Yeah, he locked it up.
He locked it up like jerking fast?
Yeah, locked
You're
it
like,
fast. Just jerking down the seawall.
No way. Big.
How you doing, guys?
Oh,
Go to that ring, amigos.
All right, so you might or might not hear that. That's my shoes I happen to wear. I left my deck boots in the truck today. Yep. So I had them nice tennis shoes, got them nice and wet. Anyway, we just got done with dinner, and so they're actually, those are in the dryer right now. So I'm dry on my shoes to get ready for tomorrow. It is gonna be sunny. We're actually gonna see the sun in Texas. Thank God. Like, I think it's been like almost a week now that we've not seen the sun. So these fish are probably fiending for it a little bit. I can see Doc starting to play a little bit more. But had good dinner, stopped at a little Mexican spot, and now rigging some rods, got those done, and getting ready to go to bed. So tomorrow morning comes pretty early. Got to be up about 4:45. Leaving here by 5:15. So we'll see y'all in the morning. We're gonna get some shut eye.
we hit snooze a couple times. We're not used to this day. We're back to the 4-day grind where you practice and get after it and then 1 day off, and so didn't really even get to be able to sleep in on the day off. So I think right now we're all sort of feeling a little bit. It's day 2, so you can't imagine championship day. Typically on these, it's a marathon.
Hey, people are not feeling bad for you right now.
No, I'm not saying I feel bad. I'm just giving you an understanding of the scenario. But look, you get up and you're like, dang, all right. But I went to bed early, so I feel good. I got my 8 hours, so I'm straight. 8. Ready? Actually, it's 7.
For all y'all out there, I've worked 80-hour weeks on a construction job.
Yep.
Not for a long time, but I did.
Yep.
And I'm way more tired doing this for 7 days than I was 7 days working. And that's facts. Comment below.
You're not wrong. You fish a 4-day tournament, you fish like 3 days of practice. Now, if you go daylight till dark, especially in the summertime, it's even worse. You're just over there just straight adrenaline. All right, boys, I'm gonna get this all put in here. I gotta get my fishing rods too. Check. All right, guys. Driving to go pick up our officials. I slept pretty good last night, and like my mindset in this whole event is trying to figure out how to have the right blend. Had a really good first period yesterday, and I struggled those last 2 periods. I did. Like a couple areas that I thought were going to produce just did not, and that's sort of part of it. It seemed like if you weren't in the grass overall, you weren't getting bites. And I had a couple bites in the grass, but I tried to sort of get away from the zone. I caught them in the morning, and that sometimes you run away from fish to go try to find fish. You know what I'm saying? So today, I'm going to slow down a little bit, fish more thorough, fish some areas. I'm going to go look at a couple areas up north, I think. I'm probably maybe slide up in the jungle because I feel like there's some things that not everybody's going to be fishing. It's a little harder to get into. You might be able to find a group of fish. And that's what I'm going to have to find ultimately in this tournament. First qualify for the knockout round. I'm always thinking that. Even if I don't make the cut today, I'm still thinking, like, how do I win the tournament, And so you got to set yourself up for that. Like, you got to think through, like, okay, this is good. This is a good part of my game. That was not. So how do we make that better? And that's the plan today. So we're going to go out there and put a whole bunch of rods on the deck and go wing around and try to find a big giant school of bass swimming around that want to bite our dang lipless or chatterbait or dang crankbait and have a good time.
This is Major League Fishing's Bass Pro Tour, day number 2 of our season opening event. It is the B&W Trailer Hitches Stage 1 Conroe, presented by Power Pole.
Striper. Striper. Oh. Has DC got any? Has DC got any? DC and MDJ?
And the second?
That's got to be a bag. Alright, the first one in the morning. Got us one, little freeloader action. So, I mean, it is crazy how many boats are out and about today. Obviously, there's some spectators here as well, so it's sort of cool to have that. A little support.
2 pounds, 4 ounces.
2-4. They're definitely not acting as good as they were yesterday, so that's sort of going to be how it is. And fast. Has to be. No striper. Dang. Go. Thank you. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yes, sir. All right, guys. There we go. There's a nice fish right there. Starts the morning off. 3-pounder. Solid, good one. Zip, zip. A little slower.
3 pounds, 9 ounces.
Not going to complain about a 3.5-pounder. Start off the morning, though. Not going to complain. Good one. Solid. Thank you.
1 pound, 12 ounces.
Another one, banana. It's a little slower. Gosh, dang, I scared that one. Water temperature this morning, 54 degrees. So it didn't really drop that much last night. But 54 degrees is where we're at. The fish are definitely acting a little bit more pressured, of course. Because imagine that. That's a good cast too. So some of these fish, you just basically, some of the bass are up higher in the water column in certain zones, and then sometimes they're a little bit lower. And so it's all like, what's weird, what separates like a Drew Gill or a Dustin Connell or those guys from a lot of other anglers is they're able to decipher what sort of they're seeing. So you're able to see there's catfish, there's drum, and a lot of it's not necessarily like, oh, it's going to show you that. It's their mannerisms. It's understanding how they swim, what they do, why they do what they are doing. That's a lot of times what it is. So I don't think he's going to do nothing. Let's go on there just to see. No, another 1.6. There he is. Got to get away from a little of that pressure.
Two pounds, 1 ounce.
We're not catching them big ones. I'm gonna slow down and I'm gonna catch a big one, but all right, let's roll. I'm not feeling this at all. Here. Thank you. That should get us through right there. Pretty much locked in there.
Now it's 12 ounces.
That should get us there. That should lock us in.
30 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Lights out. Into period 1.
Yeah, I'll turn around, not back, but back. I'm not either, I'm just...
I'll make sure it's locked up.
Yeah.
Let's roll. For there not to be a dang single bass just freaking.
Somebody said you won't make it before break though.
That's fine, buddy. So we've caught 0 this period. Not had a great period, but again, like my whole thing is like it really seems like only a couple areas are shooting, firing off. I mean, I probably should have spent more time in community areas, but I'm like, you guys know how I am. I'm like, I'm trying to get out away from everybody. And sometimes when you do that, you put yourself in a position where you ain't gonna catch a whole lot. But if you do find them, you have a chance to win. And so like my whole season, this season, I'm like, I said, hey, look, I'm gonna take more chances. Maybe maybe contend, maybe not contend for Angler of the Year. I'm gonna focus on trying to have a chance to win. And if you find an area like this that they start pulling in, I mean, you got something. You could catch 3 or 4 bass and a period, 5 bass, 6 bass a period. And we have warm weather, it's gonna be flat, calm. And so like, if they even just start to show up, even the males, 2 to 2.5 pounders, you can very easily win a tournament. So this is one of the places that has the most habitat right now, but obviously there's not a single boat in here. So, but that's what, this time of year, fish show up. They start pulling into areas, they start showing up, and it's any day now, might be this week, might be next week, might be tomorrow, these fish are gonna start to pull into these areas and start to set up before they spawn. And so that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that first little run. And if I was fishing conservatively this week, I'd have stayed in Caney all week. I'd have thrown chatterbait on grass, trapped, and I still will do that a little bit today after I'm probably done with this, just to make sure, I mean, just to recheck some areas that I, felt like I get a bite. But right now we're trying everything we can to catch one in areas that no one's fishing. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'll probably fish tootie out in the middle of the lake. Probably catch a bass from tootie. I mean, if I catch, what's the 8th place right now? 5 minutes, not bad.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit it.
Big one. Choked. Oh dang. Biggest one of the dang week, maybe.
4 pounds, 14 ounces.
Yes.
You want a picture?
Sure. You're fine.
God. Alright, so I'm gonna try to run over here to this little pocket that I didn't get a bite at in practice, but it looked good as hell and it has grass in it, and to see if I can get a bite, because if they're moving in there, it'll be good, you know? Well, that's fine, but I'll have 9 there. Hey, come on. I'm not gonna weigh it.
2, 1, lines out. End of day 2 qualifying.
Heck yeah. There we go. All right, guys, we just caught one on the last cast. I didn't want to weigh it because there was another competitor behind me. I didn't want to know I caught one. What?
Put it down. Come here. You gotta see this.
What, MJ get in? No way. He caught a freaking 3.5 pounder and got in. Holy moly.
2 minutes to go. I was watching, and I said, I can't do it. I gotta keep up on the time.
Gosh.
Hey, dude.
That's crazy. He did it. Heck yeah, MDJ. Heck yeah. That's awesome. Heck yes.
I gotta put this down.
All right, guys, you got to see a little bit on live. If you hadn't, caught him on a freeloader, of course, on the scope here. All right, we made it. Even made it inside the top 8, get a camera. So I think we got a top 8. Pretty sure we did. Okay, top 8. So Alicia told me at the break, she goes, listen, what am I gonna do tomorrow if you're on live? That's not gonna work. And I'm like, gosh, all right, let's go reel some in. Yeah. Caught a nice one, about a 414, tied my big bass. So heavy hitters solid so far. We do need to catch a big one if we can. Cross our fingers. Hope like heck we can make that happen. That's why, so last minute I roll up. You know that pocket we fished and this grass was so good? I roll up in there last minute. I'm like, dude, they gotta be in here. The grass is just perfect. Nope, like there's never been any boats like around that. It's a little sneakier like pocket with some grass in it. I roll in there, brrr, locks up. I'm like, oh gosh. I'm like, hey, I don't get paid any extra money when you don't get paid any extra money. Just finished having 100 pounds. I mean, it's cool and all, but locking up. I'm looking forward to it. I caught some bass. Now we got to Texas Roadhouse. Texas Roadhouse, the Roadhouse, DC's pick. You remember, on his channel, he talked about it. He said there's no nutritional value with vegetables, and so he wants to go eat a steak. Y'all got to comment below and let him know on mine and his right now. He's out of his mind. He's lost it. He's gonna go to the loony bin if he keeps it up this way. I'm telling you. I'm trying to help him out. Oh yeah. Last thing. MDJ, last minute bop inside the cut. So it's like 3 of us all made the top 20. I was pulling for my boy all day, and I'm like, please. And sure enough, he pulls through. Good start to the season. Adrian had a solid finish. Let me see where he ended up. He had an okay finish. He's got to step his game up. He's over there catching all them saltwater fish all the time, and he's calmed down on that. Like, if Adrian's 34, so he had a toughie, but he didn't have a horrible. He had a toughie. He did have a toughie. He didn't have a toughie. All right, let's go meet up with these boys and see what they got to say. Adrian's probably gonna drive all night. More than likely.
More than likely, probably that's the crap he does. Like it's like a 72-hour drive. It's like a drive straight through. I don't know, man. Okay. Mark around that property? Yeah. He said it's fucking. You made a good yard period. In the first period? Yeah. Yeah, I know. What the heck? All right, give us a rundown. I want to hear the story, Mark. Because, hey, my official is Skeet's driver, and he was just like, oh, Mark got, he's one away. He's one scorable away. And I'm like, this is like 5 minutes to go, you know? And he's like no joke. He was literally tripping. He goes, and like taking out, I'm picking up my troller. He's like, no, dude, come here. I'm like, what the heck? What's going on? And I jump back there, and it's, Mark made it. I was like, dude, no way. I'm like, hell yeah. It's funny or not. You like, what happened?
It was just crazy, bro. First of all, I had a historical, terrible ass period one.
All right, I'm going to give the dang. I did not eat my steak. I ate some rolls and I ate Caesar salad. Got too full on the peanuts. It just is what it is. So I got this filet for tomorrow. Because if you can catch them by the end of the second period, catch like 60 pounds, you're already qualified for the championship round, hopefully. So this is hopefully the championship round one. And if not, give it to my official.
That is an elite boat snack.
That is a filet.
A filet mignon boat snack.
Well, just roll with it. So I'm thinking that's the move for tomorrow. We're just hoping we catch 60 pounds by noon.
Big dog.
It's hot out there.
Smoking Joe Fraser up here.
Smoking Joe Fraser. Gosh, Adrian. So we woke up late as
Open
hell.
the windows up, man. It's 60 degrees out.
It is 60 degrees out. So we woke up late as all get out. And Adrian literally woke me. I was like, I'll wait for the
Dude, I
boys.
took a nice long shower. I was the last boat in the parking lot. The last boat in the driveway.
Yeah, well, yeah, you were. I couldn't.
So I gotta wait for everybody to leave.
But I couldn't get out till you left.
Oh no, you were.
I was the last. What I'm saying is, I was the last person.
Well, DC was not up, so it doesn't matter. DC was not up. So I was waiting for DC. Like, I'm literally blocked, right? So I was like, heck, I ain't gonna get up till Mark and DC get up. It's
All
like,
right, listen. You're getting on a crazy rain. You got a big day tomorrow. You had a good day. You advanced. He's got to be in the top 9. You gonna start off panning or not?
what do you guys think? Potentially.
We're gonna have to wait and find out.
We're gonna have to wait and find out on the next episode of Conroe Bassin. See y'all.